Climate change is one of the most challenging problems the world faces. And as all the countries of the world, we need to constantly look at what we can do together, look at the science, look at our actions. The annual climate conventions become a very essential part of the global process in figuring out how we move ahead together. This convention in Paris is particularly important because we are looking at creating an agreement which would move the world over a period of time onto a path so that we always remain at a temperature of less than 2 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial levels. Each country of the world has to decide what is it that it can do and it can deliver in its promise to address climate change. The intended nationally determined contributions, or INDCs, are a method through which each country promises, hopefully then works and delivers, and then when the first cycle is over, commit even more stringent second set of INDCs, and then after that a third set, and so on. This therefore becomes a process through which countries deliver. They have the confidence that they can deliver. Other parties get the trust that countries will deliver, and it creates a virtuous cycle of trust and confidence to help us all move ahead. This means that we must be able to address the interests of all of those people who are adversely impacted by climate change, all those people who still haven't developed. We make sure that we take care of their interests, provide them adequate energy to have a good quality of life. The Indian INDC focuses on ensuring that while we grow in a carbon efficient manner, so that the carbon intensity of our economy we have promised would be 33 to 35% less in 2030 than it was in 2005. We have also committed that at least 40% of the installed capacity of electricity generation in our country would be based on non-fossil fuels, particularly renewables. Over the past 10 years or so, we have implemented very ambitious programs on renewable energy and energy efficiency. These have helped bring up the renewable capacity in the country and have helped launch huge programs, for example, for the distribution of LED bulbs which replace old inefficient bulbs. The greatest challenge that a developing country faces is the resources that are needed for these more expensive solutions. And consequently, while we will continue to do whatever we can, these can be accelerated by the availability of international finance and access to technologies, for example, that can help balance the amount of renewable electricity that we have in the grid.